Uh, to be honest, I've been watching so many of your videos, and they're all just brilliant. They just kind of answer a lot of you know people having doubts. It would help clarify a lot of doubts, and I suppose the most recent thing that I've seen is, or like reflecting upon, is the uh, the the misunderstandings of the Dharmakaya and
Kaya.
emptiness, and like thinking about like, oh, it's just hollow. It's like there's nothing. It just kind of sounds like dread when you say it like that. But when really it's empty of limitation. Is that yeah? There's like
Empty
yeah
of illusion. Buddha, your Buddha nature is empty of illusion and blind passions. When you Tom, you will be Buddha Tom, Tom the Buddha. You will be empty of illusion, empty of blind passions, empty of limitations, but you will be filled full with enlightened qualities. So
yeah
yeah.
yeah. So it's not like a. I mean, I have heard the word hollow being used, but would you say hollow isn't really sounds a bit
No,
like sad,
no.
doesn't it? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and
No.
that's not it.
And
It's not bliss, is it? So
yeah. Yeah. And for example, yes, things in some samsaric phenomena, samsaric things appear due to causes and conditions. They do not exist independently of causes and conditions. So this means that they do not have true existence. So they are empty of true existence because they depend on causes and conditions. While Buddha nature or ultimate reality in which you will dwell when you become a Buddha, that is not created. That does not exist because of causes and conditions. It exists by itself. That's why it is eternal in the sense that it has no beginning and no end. So that's why we also say that the reality, so-called reality of samsara, is dreamlike. It does not have true reality. It's like, for example, when you dream, everything in the dream looks real. You see people, you
yeah
see various landscapes, and they seem real. So they don't have true reality. You see, but when
yeah
you wake up from the dream, then you realize the dream was just a dream. It has an illusory appearance, but you wake up in the true reality. You see, that's when you become Buddha, you wake up. That's why the Buddhas are called awakened ones. You wake up from the dream. And Nagarjuna said, you laugh. You are
yeah
okay. You realize, oh, that was just a dream. So, yes, unfortunately, dear Tom, many nowadays present this teaching on emptiness in a wrong way. So that they make people get away from Buddhism. You see,
yeah
like
yeah yeah.
uh,
It's
they,
not good.
inter
Mm.
they interpret it like nothing, like nothingness.
Melancholy,
Yeah,
melancholic.
nothingness. Yeah,
Well,
Yeah, nothing.
also they try to say that it's just a philosophy, and Thich Nhat Hanh did that. And it's like, hey, you can be a good Catholic, good Christian, good atheist, whatever you want, or as someone once told me, whatever makes you happy makes the Buddha happy. Well, that's not based on dharmic truth. That's
yeah,
that's false heresy. That's false teaching.
because we are not the happiness that we can find in samsara. That's false happiness. It's
Yeah,
dependent on the presence of various causes and condition. When you have a Turkish tea, you are happy. So your happiness is dependent on the presence of Turkish tea, or in the case of Joshin, of many ladies. But when the ladies
Yeah,
go
right.
away, he is sad. Then he goes to another lady, and he is happy again. So his happiness is dependent on the presence of ladies. So it's an empty happiness.
mm,
Certainly would be.
Yeah. And he's just waiting to reach true happiness, you know, happiness that doesn't depend on ladies, but on that is inherent in our nature. Actually, we are inherently happy. You see, that's why nirvana means absence of illusion, but it's also described in terms of true freedom, true happiness. You know, actually, Buddhism is not a pessimistic path, but is a path to true happiness. Yes. So
Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, the more you detach, the more you let go of false emptiness, of illusions and so on, the happier you become. Yes. So yeah,
Yeah, there's many misunderstandings, isn't there, out there in the world of Buddhism, I think. So it's um it's imperative to correct, or when you hear things like that.
yes. That's why it's important to understand the basic Buddhist teaching. My book on emptiness, simple teachings on emptiness and Buddha nature, does exactly this. It shows how we should understand this concept of emptiness. See, and I give a lot of Buddhist quotes. Actually, that book is composed of many quotations. Each chapter is followed by a chapter filled only with quotations and passages from various sutras. Yeah.
Cool.
So that we don't fall into the heresy um, of negating the existence of Buddhas, for example, because we say everything is empty. Then many actually come to say that all Buddhas are also empty, like they don't exist. No, they are empty of illusion. I mean, you don't find illusion and suffering and limitations in the Buddha. That's what emptiness means when it is applied to Buddhas. And when it is applied to us, it means that our existence is dependent on various causes and conditions. And so it is ephemeral, it is like a dream. And our realizations also, so-called spiritual realizations, are
Yeah.
dreamlike also. Yeah. That's why Shinran Shonin said, Nembutsu alone is true and real. It's very important teaching. Nembutsu is true and real because it is rooted in true reality. It is not rooted in our samsaric illusions. It comes from the Buddha, from Amida Buddha. The name of Amida is comes from Amida, was manifested by Amida Buddha from true reality, from Dharmakaya. So that's why it is real. That's why in our dreamlike existence, when we say Namo Amida Bu, we are actually in connection with true reality of the Buddhas, of Amida Buddha, of the Pure Land. Also, Shinjin is, which is actually the essence of Nembutsu, because true Nembutsu is the Nembutsu of faith. So Shinjin also connects us with the world of enlightenment. Shinjin that is true and real, says Shinran. It is true and real because its roots, the roots of Shinjin are in Amida Buddha. We entrust to Amida because of Amida. Because of Amida's influence, we entrust to him. See? It's
Yeah.
very profound teachings here. Yeah. That's why Shinjin is the cause of nirvana, of liberation. Yes. That's why the name of Amida has the power to destroy all negative karma, because negative karma are illusion like. Imagine that you have a scale and you put here all the evil karma of all samsaric beings, you see, and you put here the name of Amida. It's like that, it's like you put a sumo wrestler, the name of Amida, and a feather. So all our karmic evils weight like a feather in comparison with Amida's power and Amida's name. That's why we are saved, because the name of Amida is filled with the infinite enlightened qualities, and it is rooted in ultimate reality. So that's why for the name of Amida Buddha, our blind passions and karmic sins actually don't exist. You know, they are like non-existence, non-existent.
When Daigen Sensei practiced Zen,
Yeah.
Me acuerdo que estudiamos el Sutra de la Plataforma del Sexto
they
Patriarca.
used to study the sutra of the platform.
Sí, de Huayna.
Of the sixth patriarch. Yeah.
Sí,
Yeah, the sixth patriarch.
Huineng. Yeah.
Huayna. Y bueno, la asamblea le pedía al Sexto Patriarca que le mostrara al Buda Amitabha.
The assembly asked them to show them Amida Buddha.
Y bueno, el Sexto Patriarca dio una enseñanza que me acuerdo de una forma figurativa, la de la tierra
The sixth
oculta en sus
patriarch
corazones.
gave a lesson
Que decía que uno cerrara los ojos y que si uno
If you-
hacía buenas acciones y todo eso estaba en la tierra oculta.
if you close your eyes, you'll get to the Pure Land.
Si tenía buenos pensamientos y
You
hacía
had-
buenas acciones.
If you had good
Ujú.
like pure or good thoughts, you'll get to the Pure Land.
Actually, the sixth patriarch in that situation, he said, if you are a pure person.
Ujú.
So if you are a pure, this is the key. If you are a pure person, then you can go to any pure land because you are a pure person. A pure person is a Buddha. So if you are a Buddha, you can be in the pure land of Amida and go to whatever pure land you like. So that's the idea. If you are a pure person, but we are not pure person. And only for Buddhas, the pure land is here and now, because the reality of the Buddhas is enlightenment. Our reality is delusion. We can talk a lot about enlightenment, but we are not enlightened.
Ujú.
You see? So we always need to pay attention to the essence of various teachers and masters' words, and to look to the context in which they were told. See?
Ujú.
And yeah, to whom they are referring to. Huineng was talking about pure people.
Yes.
It's not about us. Many nowadays deluded people, they behave like great Zen masters of the past, and
Yes.
they pick and choose various words from from Zen masters of the past, and they behave, they use them like they are that like those words were referring to them. See?
Okay.
You always need to know what is your present situation. You are not a pure person. This is where you start. In Jodo Shinshu, we do not start from the end of the path. We know we have Buddha natures. Everybody has Buddha nature. But we, here and now, we are not dwelling in the Buddha nature. Our Buddha nature is hidden, you see, under many layers of illusions and blind passions. And we can talk a lot about Buddha nature, but we cannot perceive it due to these many layers of illusions and blind passions. So that's, we need to go to the Pure Land. Why do we go to the Pure Land? Because the Pure Land is like a big fire, fire of enlightenment, and it will melt all our layers of illusions and blind passions, and our innate Buddha nature is naturally revealed. Yes, so then we become pure people. Yeah. Until then, we start from the level we are now, impure people, sinful people in need of salvation. It's very important to know where we stand.
Yes.
And to follow a path that is especially for people of our situation. And many times, various Zen patriarchs, they speak from the perspective of ultimate reality, you see?
Yes.
That's why they often have a non-dual language,
Yes.
but we cannot speak like that. Sometimes in the sutras, in various sutras, Shakyamuni is speaking like this, but he's speaking like this to an audience of very advanced spiritual practitioners on the point of attaining enlightenment or people who already attained enlightenment. You see?
Yes.
So it's not for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Namo Amida Buddha.
Amida.